Hello.
Hello. A lot of people getting haircuts.
Finally. Rob.
Feels good.
Yes, it feels like I'm going to lose 5 pounds getting a haircut.
Me too.
Hey, Rabbi.
Rick, how are you?
Good.
Hello, Marion. Good to see you.
Hello.
Rick, have you ever meditated before?
Only with Rabbi Briskin.
Okay.
So the answer is no. Not the real stuff. Dan is the expert here.
Since we have a few people, let's start with just taking a nice deep breath in and just slowly letting it out. Another nice deep breath in, and as you slowly let it out, let go of all the stress, all the junk that's been spinning around you today and maybe for months. Another nice deep breath in, and just slowly, slowly let it out. And we'll do that one more time. Deep breath in and jump off the hamster wheel. Just let it all out and let all the stress go. So I teach mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is about following our breath. It's something we bring with us anywhere we go. It's something that lots of times we don't pay any attention to. But if we can learn to focus on our breath, we start focusing on being in the present moment. Our breath can only be in the present moment. Can't be in the past and it can't be in the future. So being in the present moment, I find that I can respond most of the time to whatever comes up. I used to react most of the time to whatever comes up. And fortunately for me, meditation made an enormous difference in my life. You can just ask my wife anytime. The human mind or the human body is this amazing machine that just breathes, heart pumps blood, our lungs work, and we don't even have to stop to do anything about that. And our mind enables us to solve amazing problems, to write music, to paint pictures, to take spectacular photographs. Our mind also is there for us to survive. So at the base of our brain is our stress reaction, our fight or flight mechanism. And when our ancestors, the cavemen and cavewomen, it enabled them to survive long enough to have offspring. They hear the roar of a saber-toothed tiger and know they were alone and ran. Or they were with a group of hunters and they saw that that tiger had gray whiskers. They knew that they could hunt that tiger. It worked very well back then. Today, it's what triggers our road rage. We get triggered immediately and too often react inappropriately. It was think 6 months ago. A woman was driving her car and the guy on her right triggered her road rage. So she took her gun out of the glove box and she pointed it at the guy on the right and fired. She forgot that her husband was sitting next to her. So she killed her husband. Road rage. Or it's how our bodies are made to immediately react to whatever triggers us. Practicing meditation, practicing being present actually starts rewiring our brain. You're either old enough to remember switchboard operators for the phone, or you've seen some old movies and they're answering, go, hold on, I'll connect you. I'll connect you. Well, we can reconnect the wiring in our brain. It's called neuroplasticity. We can actually learn to respond to things that are going on instead of react. And they've done lots of scientific, everybody's bouncing around on the screen, on my screen. They've done brainwave studies, and they've seen that people who practice meditation, the front of their brain, their prefrontal cortex, lights up more, and the blood supply is greater in the front of the brain than at the base. People who haven't meditated, for lots of them, they're just constantly spinning in a stress mode, and the activity is all at the base of their brain, as well as our pain receptor is there. Meditation can be used to deal with chronic pain. So all you need is 10 minutes with me and everything will be perfect for you. Or it might seem interesting hearing about and learning a little bit about meditation, and you decide to take an 8-week class and to spend lots of time meditating. So besides the stress reaction, our brain is negatively wired. It makes us relive the past so that we'll do it better the next time. My wife's 50th reunion from high school, I think it was, we're all sitting around and talking about brothers and sisters who graduated earlier or later, all living in Northeast Philadelphia. And one guy at the table, as soon as we were talking about it, immediately went, oh, I haven't spoken to my sister in 30 years. Whatever happened, he's still spinning that in his head. He can't get away from it. He just keeps remembering that his sister did something 30 years ago that annoyed him so much he hasn't spoken to her since. He just keeps reliving that. And if we're not stressed about reliving the past, we're stressed about the future, what's going to happen. Our mind wants us to survive. It wants us to relive the past and do it better the next time, and wants us to be super prepared for what's going to happen tomorrow and stress about it. As we get older, there's an expression that you're only as happy as your least happy child. And as you age, if you're lucky, your children have children, and maybe even you get to the point of having grandchildren. That means there's a good chance there's a least happy child somewhere, and all that is rolling downhill to you. And how do you deal with it? Today, we're hearing about endless people dying from COVID. Survived all kinds of things, but at 35 or at 90 years old, they're dying from COVID, and it just keeps stressing us. So let's do some practice to stop that stress. Going to do mindfulness of deep breathing. So we're going to breathe in deeply to a count of 3 and slowly breathe out to a count of 6. And we're going to keep our mind and our body busy. So we're going to hold our hands like this. If I stay still, you'll see me. So both hands, and we rest them on our thighs. Sitting nice and comfortably, breathing in 1, 2, 3. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just adjust it, breathing in a little deeper, breathing out a little less each time. But again, we're going to breathe in to a count of 3, breathing in 1, 2, 3, breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And keep it up at your own count, silently counting to yourself. If you find yourself daydreaming, having discursive thoughts, you actually come back to the present moment. Just start counting again. Mindfulness is a practice of coming back to the present moment. We can also be aware of the sensation of being supported by our chairs, our feet supported by the floor, the weight of our hands on our legs, or our hands feeling supported by our legs. Focusing on our breath and on our body. As we breathe in, we can feel the cool air coming in through our nose. And as we breathe out, we feel the warm, stale, used air leaving our body. Number one rule of meditating is non-judgmental. We don't beat ourselves up because we're having a hard time focusing on our breath and we keep daydreaming. We've been daydreaming our whole lives. We're trying something different. Stop counting and just focus on breathing in and breathing out. This is the normal practice of meditation. Counting our breath is to set up our focus, and just practicing being aware of breathing is what mindfulness meditation is all about. What is the quality of your breath? Is it slow and shallow? Or are you still taking some deeper breaths? Again, each time you find yourself daydreaming, you're already back in the present moment because you're aware that you're dreaming. Just go back to paying attention to your breath. In a few seconds, I'm going to ring these bells and slowly open your eyes, but be present. So mindfulness of deep breathing is an excellent way to learn how to meditate. When we breathe out, we relax. When we breathe in, we stimulate. When we hold our hands palms down on our thighs, we relax. If we were to hold them up, it would be to excite. So we did what's called being in the zone, being awake, alert, but relaxed. Somebody I went to teacher training with worked with the Villanova basketball team. And when they won the championships, she said it was because she taught them mindfulness meditation. So I know somebody that did something pretty cool. Going to try another form of breathing. This is 20 breaths. Breathing in and breathing out, we count 1, and we do that up to 10. Then we start back from 10 back to 1. So again, I'll lead us. You can have your eyes open or closed. Tibetan Buddhists actually spend most of their time meditating with their eyes open. It's us Americans that think, oh, I should have my eyes shut. One of the problems with meditating at night is that with your eyes shut, you can fall asleep very easy as you get more and more relaxed. If you're meditating and you find that happening, just open your eyes and softly look down at the ground and try and meditate with your eyes open. So we're going to do 20 breaths, breathing in and breathing out. And that's 1. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 2. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 3. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 4. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 5. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 6. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 7. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 8. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 9. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 10. Now we just go backwards. Breathing in and breathing out. That's 9. Continue counting backwards silently to yourself till you get to 1. And then go back up to 10. Again, if you lose track, just pick a number to start counting from or start back at 1 or at 10. Again, non-judgmental. Don't be upset with yourself because you're daydreaming. You're just learning how to practice meditating. The more you practice, the better you'll get. It doesn't mean that you won't start daydreaming. It'll just mean you'll get better at it. Stop counting and just breathe in and out, paying attention to each cycle of breathing. We're focusing on being present, breath by breath, moment by moment. As you're focusing on your breath, what is the quality of your breath now? Nice and slow, or are you still breathing heavy? Can you feel the cool air coming in your nose as you breathe in and the warm air as you breathe out? Can you be aware of your body expanding and contracting as you breathe? I'm going to ring the bells and ask you to open your eyes. So 3 different breathing exercises. 3 very simple ways to calm down as you feel yourself getting stressed about something. Just a nice deep breath in and out. Do that a couple times and just lower your stress level. You have time. Do the mindfulness of deep breathing. Do the 20 breaths. Having trouble falling asleep? Count your breaths instead of sheep. It can help you fall asleep. It can help you fall back to sleep if your partner, your dog, or your kidneys wake you up in the middle of the night when you get back in bed and you can't fall asleep. Just count your breath. Really simple steps to start making a huge difference. And I'll put an ad in for 2 schools. The Penn program for mindfulness runs online 8-week classes, and that's the best way to learn about mindfulness. Also in Devon, school I go to now is Clear Light. They are running summer classes that start in 2 weeks. Again, there'll be an 8-week mindfulness meditation program to help you learn how to meditate. Using the Zoom, it works very well. Well, it's time to end for this evening. And I want to end each of these classes by sending this nice, relaxed energy that we're feeling out to the universe, because there's lots of people that are very stressed. So wishing freedom from pain and suffering, wishing less stress to all beings everywhere. My teachers came from a Buddhist background. They wish for the well-being of all beings. We Jews need to repair the world and do acts of loving kindness. Pretty similar. So I'll end with doing this, but instead of saying namaste, I'll say shalom. Shalom. And thank you so much for meditating with me tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Thanks everyone for joining us.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Right. And then we will hopefully see you next week. Just a reminder that next week is going to be Dan's last class. He's got another thing starting up the week after that. So we will enjoy. And this is recorded so on YouTube. So you go to our YouTube channel, you can get a lot of the recordings of what we've all been doing. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.